Hello and welcome back to a new episode of Ultimate General Civil War. And today we are going to fight around Chantilly. We can bring 13 units into this fight and I've decided to bring 10 infantry units and 3 artillery batteries. Our infantry is armed with a wild mix of M1841 Mississippi, Palmettos M1842, Springfield M1855, Patton 1853 Enfield and Lawrence. We are also going to bring a battery of 24-pounder howitzers, 10-pounder Tragediers and 12-pounder Napoleons. Our career points have been invested into medicine so that we can restore 8% of our losses. In this fight the enemy fields close to 23,000 infanterists and 48 artillery pieces, while we have 16,500 soldiers and 36 guns at our disposal, meaning that we are heavily outnumbered and outgunned. General, 2 Yankee divisions are marching from the south to attack us. Deploy your men at this field and repel the attackers. Quickly secure the good ground on your flanks to not allow them to pass through. Reinforcements are on their way to assist you. In the beginning of this fight we are going to fight without artillery support. And our men need to double time it to get into position. Skirmishers are rushing out to deploy into defensive positions, and we have enemy skirmishers moving up. Breed attack those skirmishers, Panda's men need to move forward and the rest of our troops have arrived. Wonderful. As soon as our 3rd division is fully on the battlefield we can begin. Hatch double time it. Stark is over here as a reserve and Cobb has reached our flank. Artillery batteries set up in our center. Weeks, I want you over here. And the unit of Pelham is needed over here. They should be able to deliver some good cover fire. Adams, rush over there. Grimes skirmishers are able to drive back these skirmishers. Wonderful. Reed's men are attacking these skirmishers over here. Panda, you can move on the enemy flank. Cobb and Hatch's men are moving on these units. Adams, fall back to our main line. Grimes' men are hopefully strong enough to rout these skirmishers on their own, but I'm going to give Adams skirmishers as reinforcements. Maxwell, your skirmishers are also needed down to hunt these skirmishers. Panda, move on the flank of these men. Hatch has suffered a few casualties, but hopefully with our concentrated fire we are able to break these units quickly. A Yankee division is attacking us. Reed's men, fall back. Maxwell, move up over here. I cannot see the enemy skirmishers over here. Grimes and Adams, make sure that our flanks are secure. And I want Pelham to form up down here. Or better, Adams, you're closer, you're going to move up. Pelham, you're going to make sure that these flanks are secure. These skirmishers have been driven back. Cobb, move back on our flank. Pelham, move into the forest. Hatch's skirmishers, you can for the moment form up over here. And another division is arriving. Reed's skirmishers are in the perfect flanking position to open up on Christ. Maxwell, you're going to attack these skirmishers, but I'm certain that we have to retreat in a short while. Yes, there is Ferrero marching on our flank. Pelham, you're also moving up over here. The unit under Christ is about to fall back. Our 24-pounder howitzers, I want them deployed over here. 12-pounders, I think it is wise that you move closer into the forest. 10-pounder Tragediers, open up on this strong artillery battery. Maxwell, fall back. Reed, fall back. Our skirmishers are needed over here. Adams and Grimes. give way to these units. I want them to move on our side so that you can shoot them in the flank. Down here, Corp, move forward. Maybe you can get a Nagel. Panda, hold your ground. Reed is not getting a good cover advantage in this house, therefore I'm ordering him to leave this position and simply hold. Grimes, fall back further. Ferrero has sight on you. Down here, Leisure is advancing. Our 12-pounders are coming up. We have a charge under Poe forming up. Our 24-pounder howitzers open up on Poe. These skirmishers are no match for our forces and are driven back. We have lost sight of the enemy artillery. Fortunately, Nagel isn't able to shoot Hatch in the flank. And we have found the enemy guns again. The first US battery is still our target. Grimes and Adams move up on Ferrero. Pelham, together with Maxwell, you're also going to attack them. Down here, Leisure is going to rout. And Adams needs to move up. We have more forces on our side. 12-pounders open up on Poe. 10-pounders are opening up fire on those batteries. And our 24-pounders need to open up on Barney. It looks like we are able to shoot at Nagel relatively fine. Wicks, I'm going to send you over. It looks like this side is where the enemy tries to break through. Pelham has driven back Ferrero. Now he needs to focus on Christ. How is the situation looking? Maxwell is still holding out. Supplies move forward together with Longstreet. Our men are needing support. Cobb, I want you to move down. Maybe we can turn their side and get on their rear. Stark, you are also going to move up on this side of the battlefield. It looks like this area is relatively safe. But over here we are under heavy pressure. 12-pounders open up on Morrison. 24-pounder howitzers move forward. You are on a good flanking position of Barney. Reed is also on the flank of Barney. Weeks, double time it. Our skirmishers can fall back. Colonel Howard Grimes is wounded. Pelham open up on Christ. Adams is in a good position. I would love to push Pelham forward, but the enemy pressure is hard. Weeks is there, can now hold his ground. Stark is coming up as reinforcements. Grimes is almost out of ammunition, but luckily we are getting supplies in. The skirmishers of Reed need to move forward. Grimes, fall back. Adams is replacing you. Grimes, form up behind our main line. Down here, Bernie is falling back and Brigadier General Thomas Jackson is wounded. This is not good. Cobb, double time it. Open up on Nagel. We have once again lost eyes on the enemy artillery. 10-pounders. You're doing a fine job at shelling the enemy. Can you get a Leisure? 24-pounder howitzers open up on Robinson. Cobb is now taking some casualties. His skirmishers are in the fight for a long time, but I'm sure Nagel has to fall back soon. Pelham is still battling Christ and our skirmishers can push up. We are going to get on their flank once more. Stark is there to replace Maxwell. But first we have to drive back Bernie. Harness, Stark, double time it. Maxwell, get into position. Fall back. Poe is marching up. Hatches, skirmishers, you need to fall back, otherwise you're going to get flanked. Panda, move forward. Reed is able to open up on Poe. Panda skirmishers can reattach. Cops, skirmishers have been driven back. Now the strong battery under Nagel is still getting flanked by Hatch. But I'm almost certain that we have to withdraw Hatch before long. The strong brigade under Robinson is attacking. Weeks open up. A very good fire. Robinson is now routed. So far we haven't lost that many units compared to the Federals, but we already took 7% casualties. Pelham, double time it to get into cover. And now you need to hold. Grimes, I want you to move down just a little bit. Reed, move forward just a bit. Lieutenant Colonel Larry Stark is wounded. We are taking many officer casualties in this fight. Corps skirmishers, reattach. We are still dishing out some damage. Hatches skirmishers. Still have to hold back. Poe is still able to flank our units. Bernie down here is now taking massive casualties. Adams took 180 casualties already. Reed and Adams move on the unit of Ferrero. Maxwell skirmishers, get forward. I'm going to keep Grimes on our side. Cobb is taking more and more casualties and Nagel is still unwilling to move back, even though Hench is delivering massive flanking fire. I'm going to move Hatch's skirmishers over on this side. Maybe this will give us the edge that we need. Howitzers open up on Poe. Poe is still holding out against Panda. Weeks and Reed are also opening up on Poe. Down here these skirmishers are routed. We hear melee fighting, but we can't see any. Adams has lost 200 men already. Ferrero is shifting towards our skirmishers, opening up the flank to Pelham. Grimes move further on their flank. Maxwell, sorry, not the unit I wanted to grab. Adams, you need to move over. Reed, get closer to Ferrero. He is now wavering. And over here, Poe is now routed. Nagel is still holding strong. But now Corps skirmishers are in the fight again, and yes, there is Nagel wavering. And with Nagel wavering we might be able to push on the enemy batteries. Ferrero is falling back, skirmishers move forward. Tragediers, can you shoot at Bernie? Supplies, you are needed over here. The majority of our units should be well supplied. Panda, I want you to move forward a bit. To also open up on Nagel, who is wavering but still unwilling to fall back. We are pushing the enemy on this flank, but their pressure is still strong. I do not want to send Pelham down. I think they're needed more on our defenses. Adams is almost under 1,000 men, but they're still holding. Weeks, you're going to march forward. Now hold again. 24-pounder howitzers open up on Poe. Down here Ferrero is marching up again. Adams, move on their flank. Reed is able to move on the flank of Christ. Maxwell, you're also going to contest Ferrero. Hold them back and make sure that they're not reaching our lines. Panda, fall back to our main line. We have driven back this strong enemy unit. Fine. Hatch, move forward. We need to find a target for our tragediers. Enemy supplies are down there. For now, Treasures open up on them. If we're able to push them back, this would be perfect. We have a strong enemy battery down there. And we found the first US battery again. But they're out of range, unfortunately. I do not want to move our soldiers forward. This could be too close. Corps and Hedges skirmishers, you're going to try to take those guns. Our treasures are too valuable to lose them. Corps, you're going to march on this flank. Our 12 pounders are doing a good job on Morrison. Christ is falling back again. Very good fire, very good fire. Grimes, move up. Adams, move a bit down. Corp, open up on this unit. And Corp's main force is now marching on the enemy rear. Panda, you're also marching on the enemy flank. Hatches skirmishers are low on ammunition and they want to fall back. This is a devastating volley from the enemy artillery. Hedge is now also taking casualties, but we can deliver some fire on the artillery before our skirmishers are going to be forced to retreat. Adams, fall back. Maxwell, move on the enemy flank. And Poe is now driven back. Wicks, march up. Reed, march up. And Panda, march up. Everything the enemy throws over here is going to be repaired easily. Corp, double time it and move on the artillery. And now with this side more or less secured, I can finally push up our guns. And then we're going to be able to deliver direct fire on the enemy artillery line. Corp is now opening up. Their guns are shifting. Charge, charge, charge. Our skirmishers need to deliver fire. Maybe we are able to destroy these guns. Oh no, oh no, oh no. They were able to shoot. Corp's morale is still more or less intact and he is able to attack these artillery pieces. Corp's skirmishers, you need to move forward. Keep the other guns under pressure so that they cannot tear our units apart. Adams skirmishers, move forward. Wicks, move up. Reed, move up. Panda, move up. Traders have found the enemy artillery. Hedge, open up. Enemy is opening up fire. We are still hunting these guns. Hedges skirmishers, you also need to march in. Otherwise, Corp is going to be torn to shreds. We have their guns on the fallback. Panda, move on the enemy flank. Poe is trying to move up. Reed, move forward. Weeks, move forward. Down here, Pelham needs to move up. Maxwell skirmishers have been driven back, but they have done so much for us. Corp is exhausted, but still attacking these guns. Hedges skirmishers and Corp skirmishers are almost out of ammunition, but they're still doing their job. Our Tredegas need to focus on these artillery pieces. They're the only ones in range. 24-pounder howitzers. Keep up. Enemy skirmishers are trying to move up. And the rest of our forces need to hold. We are about to encircle this whole force. Adams is still in range, very good, otherwise I was about to push Grimes forward. And with Pelham on this side, Christ should be driven back by our flanking fire. How's the situation down here looking? Corp is still hunting the artillery. These pieces might be able to reform because our skirmishers are completely exhausted. Corp, reload, open up. No, Corp is out of range. Down here, Panda, move forward. and Reed move forward. Wiggs also move up. It is now time that Grimes moves over our defensive line together with Maxwell. We can finish the fight now, but I think it is worth it to keep on fighting just a little while longer. We have the enemy where we want them. Palam, you are now also going to march even further. Maxwell, move forward. 12 pounders also move up. Tredegas are able to hit the enemy guns. Down here the enemy artillery is still withdrawing. Corp is about to reach their artillery line, but they're able to open fire on us. His morale is still intact. Double time it, I know you're completely exhausted, but a good volley and their guns are running away again. Very good. Corp now, yes, Corp is now routing. Howitzers, open up on Pope. Our Tredegas are still able to hit their artillery. We're now up to 13% casualties, and I think it is wise to stop this battle now. We have lost many officers, and before we lose any more, I want to finish this. 21,300 enemy infanterists with the support of 48 artillery pieces attacked us. Of those, 10,000 men and 21 guns were destroyed. On our side, we only had 15,000 men and 36 guns at our disposal, and 2,300 of our infanterists were killed or wounded, but our casualties are nothing compared to the enemy. Obviously, this fight is a clear victory. The best unit was Adams, who killed almost 1,600 Yankees, followed by Grimes with 1,490 kills and Reed with 1,100 kills. The losses are led by Cobb with 390 casualties, followed by Pender with 350 casualties and Grimes with 330 men lost. In this fight, Brigadier General Thomas Jackson, Colonel Howard Grimes and Lieutenant Colonel Larry Stark were wounded, but fortunately none of our officers were killed. We captured 219 Sharps Model 1855, 915 Harper's Ferry M1855, as well as a couple Pattern 1853 Enfield, Lawrence and Springfield M1855. We also got our hands on 4 10-pounder ordnances. We also got another career point, 4 reputation, $100,000 and 5,700 fresh recruits. Our 3rd Corps is still looking quite fine and is able to be deployed in the next battle. But this is it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and until we meet again, I wish you all a great time.